Hello, Hawkeyes. Welcome to Starting Strong at Iowa, an Iowa Challenge podcast series. My name is Sydney Rupp. I am a junior majoring in political science and English with a minor in public policy, and I am on the Orientation Services Executive Team.
And I'm Megan Miskovic. I just graduated with a degree in neuroscience. I am also on the Orientation Services Executive Team. We will be your hosts for the Starting Strong at Iowa and Iowa Challenge podcast series.
This series is designed to help you feel more confident and prepared as you start your journey at the University of Iowa. So whether you're listening to this in the summer, during your first week of class, or even later in the semester, this series is meant to meet you where you are. Today we will be covering the Iowa Challenge pillar, SERVE.
SERVE is all about how students can make an impact, whether that's through volunteering, leadership, advocacy, community engagement, or simply showing up for those around them. It's also a reminder that service doesn't have to be something huge or complicated. It can be built into everyday choices and the way we care for our campus and community.
To help us talk about SERVE today, we're excited to welcome Harrison Price and Aubrey Haney. Harrison and Aubrey, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you here. Before we jump in, can you introduce yourselves to our listeners and tell us about one way you serve your community?
Of course. My name is Aubrey. I'm a third year here at the University of Iowa studying speech and hearing sciences, and I am the executive director for Dance Marathon.
Hi, I'm Harrison Price. I am a management major, a sophomore. I'm the president of the student organization Hawkeye Nonprofit Collective and the co-president of the student organization Continental Crossings. And I have a couple university employments as well. And I just enjoy staying active and staying involved on campus.
Awesome. Thank you both. To start us off, what does it mean to you when you hear the word SERVE in the context of the Iowa Challenge?
Yeah, I think serving, especially your community, is when you show up. I think that's really, really important. To add a little bit more about what I do, so I'm the executive director for Dance Marathon. Dance Marathon is the largest student organization here on campus. We fundraise for the kiddos battling pediatric cancer in Stead Family Children's Hospital. And I see a lot of students show up for this organization, and when they show up for this organization, they're showing up for our families. And to me, that's what serving means, is showing up for others selflessly and showing up for something bigger than yourself.
I would second that idea of really showing up for others, and it's especially a selfless thing to do, to serve in college, because everybody's so busy with all their curricular and extracurricular involvement. So to take the time to serve in whatever capacity is a great thing to do and a commendable thing to do.
Yeah. Service opportunities can sometimes feel hard when you're in a new place. How did each of you first get connected to your service community or involvement at Iowa? Do you have any advice for our new Hawkeyes looking to get involved in service opportunities?
Yeah, of course. So I came to the university knowing I wanted to be a part of Dance Marathon just from experiences I had when I was younger. But for me, it really all happened during our On Iowa Week. They give you great opportunities to find out what everything is here on campus. And they really all welcome you with open arms, which is really great to see. And that's kind of how I found out about it. And then just the community here at Iowa gives you so many opportunities and really wants to see you succeed. And that's what I found immediately. I walked up to a table for Dance Marathon, and they were instantly like, you should join leadership, and you should be more involved, and you should do this and this and this. And this is how you can serve your community, because you obviously want to. So just by getting out of your shell and going and seeing what the university has to offer is how I figured out. Yeah.
The place I started was student organizations. So for instance, early on at my time at Iowa, I found out about a student organization called Iowa City Homeless Project, and I got involved with Habitat for Humanity through there. And one great way to find out about these student organizations is first to go on the Engage Student Organization Directory website, and you can sort by service student organizations, but you could also go to the engagement fair. And then another great way to find out about volunteer involvement on campus is to meet with a volunteer engagement advisor. And there's also a volunteer portal website you can go to. Man,
oh, sorry, you're after my own heart with the call-outs to our services.
We're hitting all of the, all the points.
And Aubrey, with your call-outs to On Iowa, I've worked on Iowa for the past 3 summers. I love it. Thank you for finding such opportunities from our On Iowa.
It's amazing. It's an amazing time.
Yeah. Can you guys share a specific experience where serving others really stood out to you? Something that made you feel connected, changed your perspective, or reminded you why service matters? What did you take away from that experience?
I can go ahead and start. Yeah, I think for me, service really happens in the little moments. One specific time where I really felt like I made an impact was we do this family event where we invite all of our families, and it's at Camp Wapsie. And this little girl really wanted to paint my face as anger from inside out. And I was like, okay, like I have things to do tonight, but like, you know what, I'll do it. And like just doing that, now every time I see her at every event, she's like, anger, and runs up to me. And I can just tell that I really made an impact just by doing the smallest thing and just by showing up, and that's just one way that I've seen an impact. Yeah.
The experience for me would be the first time I volunteered with Habitat for Humanity. I enjoy blue-collar kind of labor, so I inherently, intrinsically enjoyed it there. But also there was this element of connection with others that were participating that day, and we got some good information from the professional staff that were working there about the impact that the organization and the volunteers have, and all of these things came together to really deepen my connection with service, and it was just a great experience.
Thank you. Yeah, I also feel that sometimes service and community really go hand in hand. Sometimes people think service only means volunteering, but as we mentioned, it can also mean leadership, advocacy, and being there for others in small moments. What are some ways you've seen students serve on campus in everyday ways?
I would say student organization involvement in any capacity, including but not limited to serving on an executive board, is a great way to serve, because these positions, generally, almost always, they're unpaid. They're volunteer positions that people are taking on in order to get involved and engage with others and keep others engaged and just contribute to the campus community. So just involvement in that way is, in a sense, service.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it all kind of roots back to the, doing things for others and showing up for things that are bigger than yourself when there is no pay and there is nothing but doing that. And yeah, I think that's kind of the answer, is just showing up for others.
Yeah. All right, we are going to wrap up with a quick lightning round. Short answers only. You both ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Favorite place to study on campus?
Pharmacy building.
The new health sciences building.
Ooh, both West Side.
West side, best side.
Yes. And then go to snack or drink during a long study session.
Walking Taco from Burge.
I love popcorn.
Ooh, yeah.
And IMU has free popcorn right now for finals.
What is the most underrated resource at Iowa?
The mathematics tutorial lab.
Office hours.
I also love drop-in hours.
And then one word to describe your first semester at Iowa.
Impactful.
Exciting.
All right, I love it. Thank you both so much for sharing. Thank you for being here, discussing your experiences with Serve at Iowa, and thank you for the service that you do on campus. I think our students will hopefully be able to relate to your first semester words and what you shared with your Hawkeye journey.
The Serve pillar isn't just about checking a box or fulfilling a requirement. It's about connection, impact, and showing up for the community that you're a part of. And whether you're volunteering, mentoring, or joining a service organization, or even being the person who checks in on a friend, those choices matter.
Thank you for joining us for Episode 5 of Starting Strong in Iowa, an Iowa Challenge podcast series. We hope today's conversation helped you understand the Serve pillar and reminded you that you belong here and you are very capable of succeeding at Iowa. As a reminder, today's content and more can be accessed on Orientation Services' YouTube page, which can be found through our website, newstudents.uiowa.edu. Thank you all for listening to today's podcast with Harrison Price and Aubrey Haney. Please join us for our future virtual sessions hosted through Orientation Services at the University of Iowa. I hope to see you all there, but until then, on Iowa, go Hawks!